You've probably been told that to get, wall-shaking sound in your living room, you need a receiver the size of a microwave oven.
Oh, yeah, the classic giant black box.
Right. But today we're looking at why a relatively tiny, like 4.7-pound box might just prove that rule completely wrong. So welcome to the deep dive.
Thanks. Yeah, we're looking at the specs for the AudioSource AD1002 digital power amplifier today, pulling from a product page on HDTVSupply.
And just to be clear, our mission here isn't to sell you on the specific $200 unit.
No, not at all. We're using its spec sheet as sort of a decoder ring. We want to cut through the really dense audio jargon so you can figure out what specs actually matter for your own setup.
Because looking at an amp spec sheet usually feels like reading a foreign language, right?
Absolutely.
So let's start with the raw power. It says it delivers 50 watts per channel at 8 ohms, but then it jumps to 75 watts at 4 ohms.
Yeah, that's a key detail.
I'm guessing ohms are just measuring electrical resistance, like a water pipe.
That's a perfect way to visualize it, actually.
So if you drop from 8 to 4 ohms, the pipe gets wider, there's less resistance, so like more wattage just flows right through.
Exactly. The amplifier is pushing electrical current, and your speakers kind of push back with a certain resistance or impedance.
Okay, got it.
So a lower impedance speaker demands more current, and this amp can safely deliver that extra flow up to 75 watts. It also covers a massive frequency range, from a super low 10 hertz up to, like, a dog whistle 30 kilohertz.
Oh, wow. Okay, but here's the spec that made me pause. It has a bridged mono mode that pumps out 160 watts.
Yeah, that is a huge jump in power.
Right. And from what I understand, bridging an amp is like I'm putting two people on a tandem bicycle.
I like that analogy.
You take the two separate left and right amplifier channels and force them to push the exact same signal together to double the power.
Yep, they work as a team.
But wait, if you do that, don't you completely kill the left and right stereo imaging? Like, why would I actually want that?
You're exactly right. You do lose that spatial nuance. I mean, you wouldn't use bridged mode for your delicate bookshelf speakers.
So what's it for then?
You'd use it to power a single, really demanding passive subwoofer, or maybe a massive outdoor speaker, where sheer room-shaking force matters a lot more than stereo separation.
Ah, okay.
And what's impressive is how it handles that massive tandem bike effort. It keeps total harmonic distortion under 1%.
So even when you push it to 160 watts, the sound stays incredibly clean.
Exactly. It doesn't get all muddy.
That makes sense. But, if you're dumping 160 watts of power into a subwoofer, you definitely don't want a random surge of audio accidentally blowing it out.
No, definitely not.
So how does this thing manage the actual audio traffic? I see it has physical front controls for balance and volume, plus rear bass and treble tweaks of plus or minus 12 decibels.
Well, the manual controls are nice, sure, but the real traffic management is in its automated features.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it has AB speaker switching, a signal sensing power on function, and a main interrupt priority input.
I was actually wondering about that priority input. It sounds like an automated traffic cop.
That's exactly what it is.
Like, if you have your streaming music on the main input, but the TV is plugged into the attachment, interrupt input turning on the TV automatically pauses the music and prioritizes the television audio.
Spot on. It handles the routing for you.
But let me push back a bit here. With signal sensing amps, isn't there usually like an annoying delay?
Oh, you mean the wake-up lag?
Yeah.
No.
Do you miss the first 2 seconds of audio while the thing wakes up?
Well, that is the classic flaw with cheaper auto switchers, yes.
Yeah.
But when designed correctly, the signal detection is nearly instantaneous.
Oh, that's good.
The whole idea is that you can hide this amplifier inside a cabinet and essentially never touch the front panel again. You just go about your life, and the amp automatically routes the traffic.
Out of sight, out of mind. I really like that. Now, the HDTVSupply page highlights they've been selling gear for 25 years with a 96% positive customer rating.
Pretty solid track record.
Yeah, and they offer an extra year of warranty for $35 on top of the standard 2-year warranty. But let's ignore the retail stats for a second. We mentioned earlier this thing weighs 4.7 pounds. Right.
Why does weight actually matter when buying an amplifier? Is that just like a sign of quality?
Absolutely it is. In the audio world, weight is often a proxy for thermal management.
Oh, because they get hot.
Exactly. Amplifiers generate a ton of heat, which is the natural enemy of electronics. So a 4.7-pound unit pushing this much power generally means it has substantial copper transformers and solid metal heat sinks inside.
Ah, so it physically absorbs and dissipates the heat better.
Exactly.
Knowing that it's built to breathe like that, is that $35 extended warranty actually a smart safeguard? Or is it just a classic retail upsell?
Well, Given that the weight indicates decent thermal design, and you already get a solid 2-year warranty out of the box,
Yeah, 2 years is decent.
that extra $35 might be a bit redundant, especially if you're keeping it in a well-ventilated home setup. It
Yeah.
really just comes down to your personal peace of mind.
Makes sense. So for about $200, the 81002 balances those adaptable tandem bicycle power outputs with genuinely clever automated switching. And I think that's the core takeaway here. If you are building a home theater or a dedicated listening room, understanding how impedance, bridging, and signal priority actually work prevents you from overspending on unnecessary giant gear.
You definitely don't need a microwave-sized box to get great sound. But here is something else to chew on before we go.
Right?
The specs show this amp boasts a signal-to-noise ratio of 100 decibels.
That is extremely quiet.
Right. With a noise floor that incredibly quiet, what subtle, hidden details in your favorite albums have you been entirely missing on your current setup?